there is a testosterone in wipes and lube.
Yeah,
I mean,
and I just insist on being younger longer.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at pictures on the wall of my grandparents at 50, and they're wearing little matching suits and sturdy shoes,
and they look really old.
and have a handbag. And I'm like, those are old people.
Yeah.
And, you know, and no.
And we've talked about that, you and I, like looking at those very pictures. I know exactly what you're talking about, and it is weird how I think there was an attitude, and this has evolved, where you kind of just mentally hung it up at a certain point, and like there's some
happily.
Yeah, well, but not just sex. I mean, the whole idea of your youth. I mean, and then there was some of the TV shows that I've been watching, some of the series. The women they refuse to speak about their age, and they're ashamed of aging. It's like, what the hell else are you going to do? It's like, I'm so glad that we're breaking down, and remember when 40 was the new 25, and crap like that. But it's because what else are we going to do? I think people are sitting here going, hell no, I'm not going to give up.
Well, you're still the same person. I mean, in my mind, I'm still 23 years old,
yeah.
and I look in the mirror and I'm like, I just ignore that person.
No, I get it because you just don't have the boomers have decided that they want to do everything longer. Now, they may raise some spoiled kids, but they're also, they want their knee replacement so they can keep running.
Mm-hmm.
They want, just refuse to, that's it. They do until they drop dead, and I'm, perfectly willing to go, that's a good idea.
God love them.
That's an excellent idea, and so I think the concept of aging is very different. I mean, you used to laugh and say that, aging was 20 years older than you or something like that, but now I look at 70 and I go, well, let's make that 40 years older than me.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law is almost 70, and she's gray-haired, but I wouldn't call her old.
Oh my God, my mom's 80, and you wouldn't believe it. I mean,
didn't Betty White just do some skydiving or something?
Oh God, yes.
No, so it is. It just you just there's no hanging it up anymore. So I'm assuming that some of the stuff that some of the studies probably bear that.
Yeah, well, this is a compilation. I was just going to run through these real quick before we wrap up today because I think it's kind of interesting, and I definitely agree with this first one that says sex between older women and younger men is no longer a taboo. And I personally, you want to talk about things that just irritate you, the term cougar, I hate it. And I hate that whole fascination with it. It's like, it is what it is. Why do you got to label it? But, that has definitely, we can all agree on that one, right? For sure. That's just a non-starter at this point. Men over 50 are often better in bed than younger men. I'll vote yes on that. Anybody? Well, you don't know yet, do you? Okay. Liz. Liz, okay, yeah.
He is older, but not much.
We have several more years of practice to get there.
This is one that's going to resonate with Miss Colleen over here. Women, including those over 50, don't need a man in their lives at any cost anymore, which in the past I think we thought we did, or at least society told us we did.
Yeah, you don't need, you're the fact that you can, get along on your own, and, you can do what you want on your terms. People are still fighting for it. It's still hard. There's still double standards out there, but they lessen.
Yeah.
It's nice, though. Yeah. It's nice to have a partner.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. I'm perfectly happy, being single, but having my guy.
Yeah.
Because I have my space and he has his space, and we don't worry about it. I was, Amy Schumer did a bit on sleeping together with someone. He goes, I don't mind the cuddling, but when we sleep, you just get the hell over there.
Oh, I know, like that.
Cuddling. My kid loves to cuddle.
When I sleep, I want to sleep. Sleeping together and sleeping are two different things.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Before kids, I used to actually sleep through the night. I would go to sleep and wake up when my alarm went off. It has not happened since I gave birth. Well, actually, probably since I was pregnant and peeing every 2 hours.
Well, thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. They note that, and there was a comment from one guy talking about reclaiming passion out of boredom in a long marriage, and and different men kind of offered
7-year itch.
Yeah. Well, this guy just says, you know what? We've come to the conclusion that if the mood strikes us, we make time for it right then and there. We don't wait.
Yeah.
And really.
Well, you got the kids out of the house finally.
Yeah.
I'm in that world where things aren't as spontaneous because there's a little one everywhere.
Yeah.
We've got between between bedtime and when he decides he's going to come sleep with us in our room. You
Oh.
No,
There's-
yeah, no, I can see that because if you get to the point where your children, and if you have children ever, let's just go with folks with children right here, and they are out and they're on their own and they haven't boomerang back because of the economy or anything like that. If you're in the house by yourself and you've decided that the two of you still have things in common, I mean, that's why there's a lot of divorces past that time, and they're like, why the hell am I with you? But if you decided that you are still going to be in that marriage, I think there's a lot of freedom. I mean, like, it's, it's
Well,
like,
and then they also say,
like, there's nothing getting in the way. I'm going to do it on the living room floor right now.
yeah, but they also say that postmenopausal, the fact that having babies is no longer
Oh, yeah.
a thought or an issue or something to worry about
Oh, yeah.
frees a couple up to have,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
that's
that's right
fun.
about the birth control.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true. But I got one for you, Liz, to help you. You know what my mom used to do to me when I was at that very young, inquisitive age and she was trying to have a sex life because she was divorced? She put, I swear to God, you guys, Crisco on the doorknobs. Because the bedroom door didn't have a lock on it. And so I'd be out there and I couldn't get the knob to turn. And I mean, I think that's actually genius. It's funnier than
That's
shit. And she said, and
I would
I,
just start crying.
she said, I would stand there and go, Ma! Because I couldn't get the door. So just a tip for you guys out there to give it a shot.
Grant, he actually came. I picked him up the other day. He asked me if he could have a stepmommy.
Oh. Oh my. And pray tell, how did you answer that?
I told him what it would take for him to have a stepmommy. And I
And,
said, "Would you like that?" And he goes, "No."
He didn't quite know what it was.
Oh, you didn't know what it was? Yeah.
oh God. Oh. Boomer dating requires a fair amount of courage. They're talking about getting back out there and going on the dating sites. I thought that was...
I have not dated very much in my life. I have hated every moment of it. So the idea of going out there as someone, although there'll be good things because you know exactly what you want.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's no game.
There's no game.
They're on the book. Yeah.
You're like, nah, I don't like that. Bye. Or that
Yeah.
works. I mean, I'm assuming.
You're also not looking for marriage. You're not looking for a father for your kids, or you're
Yeah.
not looking for any of that. All you're looking for is someone to spend time with and have sex with, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And they know...
pluses and minuses.
For sure, and they know Tinder not just for kids. They just wanted you to know that. But the last two kind of cracked me up. And we'll save the best for last. But boudoir photo shoots, not just for 20-somethings. And they're saying,
Something's wouldn't spend money on that.
Oh yeah, one, you have to have the money, and two, you just have to realize, I am to be comfortable in your skin, no matter what your skin is.
Mhm.
Spectacular. To have that, I don't give a fuck moment anymore.
Yeah.
About this or that. We talked about it before. Yeah, there's still going to be some shaving happening.
But
yeah. But for the most part, being, if you are happier in your skin, it's going to show in a lot of different ways.
For sure. No, I couldn't agree with you more. And finally, grown-ups play with sex toys, a lot.
Oh.
And the expert... Go ahead.
Well, once again, you're like, if you're together at that point and you're having a conversation about that point, it's about the conversation, and you're going to go, let's go here, let's try this, that looks interesting. If you're flipping through the back of Cosmo and you see the sex toy, you're like, well, what do you think about that? Because hopefully you're at that point you're having that conversation.
Yeah.
And you need more lube.
Well,
So
and
you go into a store and you're looking for lube, and hey, you're already there, so you might as well get something else.
for sure. Well, and it cracks me up that the quote from the expert talks about hormonally challenged bodies may need extra help.
Mm-hmm.
And then they list a bunch of things that we talk about here all the time for what to try it with whatever's going on with you. So 12 things you didn't know about sex over 50 if you want to check out that
There's
article.
a book on it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and you guys are really good. That's
Local author, isn't it? Sex after 50.
I think so. Okay, I'll have to pick that out.
Yeah, we'll take a peek at it. Yeah, so, but yeah, stuff that comes up in conversations and things that Fantasy Gifts people help customers with all the time, really. Right?
No, we got several. Actually, we got a thank you email the other day from someone we helped out at Pride. That was just really sweet. They
Aw.
really crystal store and loved the service they had there. Had another gal because I got little comic cards in the store, so people will fill that out, or my emails at the store, and so we'll do that. And it's just really nice to get that feedback that someone takes that time.
That
Say,
is
We
nice.
had a really good
Not
time.
just the angry feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like the return policy.
Yeah.
But,
I make 7 figures.
Oh yeah, a massive injustice. It's some of the stuff is so interesting that we're just like, well, we've learned to just wade through and just find the issue, deal with that, and ignore the hyperbole.
Yeah. Yeah.
And share the good.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Share the good.
And it is, I didn't realize how impactful good reviews and feedback can be in certain companies. I mean, it's always nice when somebody gives good service to thank them, however that may be, whether it's a server or something like that with a tip. But it's like I've recently been on a kick of answering every survey if I got good service.
My friend's an esthetician, and she lives and dies by her yogis.
Okay.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Like, lives and dies. Like.
Okay.
Yeah. No, we had spectacular service on my trip. I love. I mean, the Marriott that we stayed at and the Big Island of Hawaii. Everybody there was spectacular, and the person who helped arrange flowers and did this and that, and okay, went to Lua. I mean, it was amazing. And so we've all sent emails.
Oh, that's
to
cool.
corporate and to the person because I want to make sure that they know.
Yeah.
Because the amount of times you see someone just being rude, thinking that they're better than a service person. It's just it's a,
I make 7 figures.
awesome.
7.
7, yeah. We get and I've seen that a lot, and it just people, they're doing their job. They're supposed to pay.
Yeah.
Go by.
Yeah.
It's nice when folks say nice things.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so do visit any of the Fantasy Gifts locations, and if speak up if you love the service. We're pretty sure that you will. And it's fantasygifts.com. And on Facebook, we're at the Great Northern Sexcast. Please definitely check out our Facebook page because Megan is the rockin' social
And I
media.
found a weird animal for her to post.
Did you?
Yes. I was watching a show on Netflix called Freaks and something, and there was a weird animal with a very weird penis.
Okay. Excellent. Well,
So
we'll look for
keep
that.
posted.
Yeah, definitely go on Facebook. Guys, have a super good week. Good to have you back, Liz. And Colleen, you and I will be back next week.
See you next week.